The gravity-fed automatic priming system helps increase reloading efficiency by allowing more processes to happen simultaneously. This upgrade includes the automatic priming system, large and small primer tubes, large and small primer pickup tubes, primer housing tube, primer catch tray, and a small parts bag. With the manual priming system removed, you are now ready to begin assembly of the automatic priming system. Please refer to the exploded view located in the owner's manual for visual references and part names. Place the priming base correctly on the press. Thread down the included 1/4 by 20 mounting screws, but do not tighten. The priming base should still be able to move. First, lightly oil the primer shuttle. Insert the primer shuttle through the opening in the front of the ram. Ensure that the primer shuttle can slide freely and tighten down the 1/4 by 20 screws. Be sure to move the shuttle while tightening to check for binding. Next, install the shuttle retainer block, spring stud, and spring. Slowly test the operation of the priming system using the press handle. If resistance is felt, stop the operation and check for binding or interference. Also, keep in mind that the system will become smoother once broken in. If the primer punch already installed on the shuttle is not the correct size for the primers you are using, you will need to remove the primer shuttle and change the primer punch. Do this by first removing the spring and then unscrewing and removing the spring stud. Raise the ram to move the shuttle away from the front of the press and lift up on the shuttle retainer block to remove it. The primer shuttle should now slide out through the slot in the front of the ram. To install the correct size primer punch, grip the head of the punch with pliers and slide on the cup and spring. Thread this assembly into the primer shuttle. Be careful not to over-tighten. Reverse previous steps to reinstall the shuttle. Once the priming system is assembled and you have verified that it is operating correctly, insert the correct size primer tube into the threaded housing. Be sure the notched end of the tube goes down into the housing. Install the primer housing tube over the primer tube by threading it onto the housing. Attach the primer tube support by pushing it onto the tube from above. Install the primer catch tray by snapping it onto the cap piece. Next, insert the correct shell holder into the ram, followed by the shell holder platform. The iron press is compatible with Hornady, RCBS, and Lee shell holders. You are now ready to begin your reloading process.